So a few days ago, I uploaded a video with actual links to upgrade your sewing kit in your bug-out bag or hiking bag or whatever you're using. Didn't get that many views, but I really don't care. It's not like an exciting thing that people want to do is what it is. So I ended up going with this case here. Now this case I don't know where you get it. All I can do is measure it out. It's like 5.5 inches long, maybe 3.5 inches wide, and 1.5 inches high is what that is. So maybe if you search Amazon, you can find a container for that. Now at the same time, I bought these. 100 Rothko BDU buttons. Obviously, I'm not going to use them all. But they were super cheap. Like 10 or 12 bucks. I'll have them forever until I drop dead. So, now I put an elastic around this, okay? Is what I've done. Just for an extra thing. Now, this thing opens here. See that? Is what that does. So if we open that up, that's how my kit opens. And this kit is really cool. I may take a few things out. It actually weighs 8 ounces. That is an 8-ounce sewing kit. Alright? We've got a pair of scissors here. Okay? That do work. I've tested them. And that's the nice thing about it. This particular thread is known as the best thread you can buy. So any thread that came with any kits, I threw away. And this is called Gutterman, is what it's called. I have a black, a brown, and a green, is what I have in here. So I have 3 different colors. This one's quite a bit bigger, and it's a polyester thread. I do have this here. This is like a leather type of, where you can actually fix leather. Some things I do carry have a leather and a special needle to take care of the leather if you're fixing leather. Now, a little measuring tape. Never know if you need one. I've got multiple little things. Little tiny buttons, a threader, some needles, and a little plastic bag. This one's a little bit bigger. I've got different size buttons. I do have some other buttons coming in tomorrow that I plan to add to the kit. Different sizes. They're 4-hole. So they'll go inside this bag. I'll put some in it. And you'll see there's where the Rothko buttons are put. So I can fix quite a bit. Now these, I don't need this many in here. But again, I don't want to lose them. When you buy these threaders, they come in like 40s and 50s, and they're super cheap. But I don't want to lose them, so I threw the whole thing in there, is what I ended up doing. This is a form of a thimble that goes on your finger like a ring, is what it is. This is a plastic thimble, which is just a little different style. This thing here that you're seeing, that's a glue stick. Literally, I can heat up the end with a Bic lighter or fire and impress it on something and use it to repair something if I choose. In here, I have a whole bunch of bobby pins, if I ever need them, is what I have. This allows me to take a seam out if I need to take a seam out, rip it out and restitch it. I like these scissors better, but I do like to keep 2 pairs. These are stainless steel scissors and they work really well. Again, I've tested these. Okay, so we got bobby pins. I got more bobby pins here. Okay. This is a bigger needle there, as you can see. And these needles are not cheap needles. And this is also a threader. Got a lot of threaders. But these needles here are bohin needles is what they are, bohin. I took out the needles that came in the kit and threw them in the garbage. And I added these needles inside of it. I do have a container coming in a couple days. I'm going to take, I didn't like this thing. I'm going to take that out and put my needles in the container is what I plan to do. So this is quite the comprehensive kit. And like I said, it all goes in here quite nicely. So, you know, it's quite amazing. The kits I've had prior were garbage. And I don't like that. I want something that works. I do sew with a sewing machine. I do use a sewing machine. I have made my own gear in the past. I have a commercial size sewing machine actually. Is what I have. I believe I showed it on one of my first videos that I ever did. You'd have to go way back and look. But this ain't hard to put in. You notice it all kind of just flops in there. And then if I shut this, okay. So I'm not fighting with this. So I can add more to it. I can do more with it. Is what I can do. But everything fits in there. So then throw my elastic on it just to give it that extra measure so it doesn't come apart. I keep this in the top of my backpack, and some people may say it's too heavy because it's 8 ounces, but you ever pop a button or rip your pants or get a hole in your sock or anything like that, you're going to love having a kit like this. If there's ever people around and they rip their pants, you know, right across the knee all the way across, and they try to pull out those little $6 Chinese kits, they're going to find out real quick and they're going to be swearing. But if you're the guy that has a kit like this, and you've got a kit like this ready to go, and you say, hang on, I got the perfect kit for you. I mean, when you have threaders, seam rippers, proper thread, different size needles, all different size buttons. And you know what's funny? Buttons are cheap. They really are. If you're a prepper or you're a homesteader or you're somebody that does like to be prepared, I mean, you can never have too many buttons. I mean, when you're on Amazon, you can pick up, you know, 100 buttons for $2. You know, you got some that are wooden buttons. You got some that are, you know, poured with plastic. I mean, you really should throw an extra package of buttons in your cart when you check out. And just kind of throw them in a drawer. Keep them. You never know when you need a button. You know, zippers are a lot harder to replace. But even those, it's kind of, I have probably 40 zippers sitting here. I mean, it's just these extra things that you need to keep things going. That's for sure. But this is the ultimate sewing kit. Many people would say 8 ounces is too heavy. Not too heavy to me. I like my stuff working. Catch you guys on the next one.